It is coming along nicely.
Almost done. Just a little more.
Chapter 1. A village God didn't forget. Nazareth does not look like the kind of place where world history changes. It is a small town in Galilee, a region the religious elites in Jerusalem look down on. The houses are simple, the streets are dusty. People know each other's business. Accents are rough. Prayers are sincere. Nothing about Nazareth suggests destiny. No palace walls, no scholars debating prophecy in marble halls, no generals riding through triumphantly. Just ordinary people living ordinary lives beneath an occupied sky. In one of those homes lives a teenage girl named Mary. She has hopes like any young girl in her village. Hopes for a peaceful marriage, a good husband, healthy children, a quiet life. She is betrothed to Joseph, a local craftsman. Betrothal is more binding than engagement, and not yet quite marriage. Promises have been made, families have rejoiced, gifts have been exchanged. The future seems mapped out. Joseph's hands are calloused from carving wood and shaping stone. His family line traces back to David, Israel's greatest king. Though that royal blood does not make the taxes any lighter or the work any easier. Mary helps with grinding grain, fetching water, learning the prayers and scriptures of her people. Their story looks predictable. Wedding, work, worship, children, old age. Nazareth is the kind of town where lives run in quiet circles. Heaven, however, is about to draw a straight line right through their ordinary world. On what begins as an ordinary day, Mary is suddenly not alone. A figure stands before her, more solid than sunlight and more terrifying than any nightmare. For a moment, the world seems to hold its breath. Mary feels the air around her shift, as if reality itself has stepped aside to make room for something far greater than she understands. Light does not simply surround him, it moves with him, alive and steady, carrying both warmth and authority. Fear rushes through her before thought can form. Her knees weaken. Every instinct tells her she stands before something holy, something beyond human explanation. No story from childhood has prepared her for this moment. "Do not be afraid," the angel says. The words do not erase the fear so much as steady it, like a hand resting gently on a trembling shoulder. Mary tries to speak, but struggles to find her voice. Highly favored? The words feel impossibly heavy. She is a girl from Nazareth. Nothing about her life suggests greatness or significance on the scale this moment implies. Yet the messenger speaks as if heaven itself has already made a decision. As the message unfolds, confusion mixes with awe. She will bear a son, not someday, soon. And this child will not be ordinary. He will be called great. He will inherit the throne of David. His kingdom will never end. The words collide with everything she knows about the world. Kings belong in palaces. Promises like these belong to history books and prophets long gone, not to young women living quiet lives in forgotten towns. Her mind races ahead to consequences. Questions rise faster than answers. How could this happen? What will Joseph think? What will people say? In that moment, the cost of obedience begins to take shape. The angel's presence does not remove her humanity. Mary still feels afraid, still uncertain, still aware that saying yes could change everything she thought she knew about her future. But beneath the fear is something deeper, an invitation. God is not demanding her surrender. He is asking for her trust. And trust always comes before understanding. Mary asks how this can be, since she is a virgin. The angel explains that the Holy Spirit will overshadow her, that the child will be holy, the Son of God. Silence follows the explanation. Mary feels the weight of the words settle around her like a mantle too large to carry. The room feels smaller now, yet somehow filled with eternity. Every part of her future stretches before her, suddenly uncertain. She thinks of Joseph. She thinks of the whispers that will come. She thinks of how easily joy could turn into misunderstanding. The cost is not invisible to her. Faith does not erase consequences. Her breathing slows as she tries to understand what heaven is asking. This is not a simple blessing. It is an invitation to surrender everything she thought her life would be. No guarantees are offered. No promise that the road will be easy. Only a calling. Fear remains, but something stronger begins to rise beneath it. Trust. Mary remembers the stories she grew up hearing. Abraham leaving home without knowing where he was going. Moses standing before impossible odds. Hannah praying through tears before receiving her answer. Each story carries the same thread. God asks for trust before explanation. Mary lifts her eyes. The fear does not fully disappear, but her heart steadies. She understands this moment will define the rest of her life. Peace begins to grow where fear once ruled. Her answer comes quietly, but heaven leans in to listen. "I am the Lord's servant," she says. Not a declaration of perfect understanding, not a statement free from fear, but a brave surrender offered in faith. "May it be to me as you have said." And in that moment, history changes. No armies march, no kings bow, yet heaven moves forward through the simple yes of a young woman who chooses trust over certainty. The long wait is beginning to end. And in another corner of Nazareth, a man named Joseph has no idea that the news about to reach him will feel less like a miracle and more like betrayal.